Have you ever been a part of history, a moment in time so special and so pivotal that it sears itself inside your brain? Well, that happened in my Super Mario 64 speedrunning tournament. If you don't know, I host a speedrunning tournament every single week on my Twitch channel. And you can join too if you'd like to. I'll leave a link to the tournament Discord if you'd like to join for the next one. And in this tournament, special things happened, all right? The stars aligned, magic transpired. It was a thing of beauty. All right, we assembled 10 amazing runners, 9 amazing runners, and 1 runner that has not actually finished a speed run of Super Mario 64, but we still let him in anyway, because, you know, why not? But what I couldn't predict for this tournament was the sheer magnitude these runners would bring, all right? They were slamming cheeks left and right, getting green splits in a ton of PBs. It was a great tournament, and let me explain how it all happened. Okay, but first I should explain how speedrun tournaments work and how this tournament works because the format's kind of important for it. So speedrun tournaments usually follow an LTA format. It stands for live time attack. I honestly have no idea what that even means, but that's what they call it. They're called like LTA tournaments, all right? Basically, you're given a time block, let's say 3 hours, and your runners have 3 hours to get the best possible time. And you know, at the end of the 3 hours, the best possible time wins. So basically, that's it. Runners get 3 hours, best time. Here's the problem with that, is that shit is fucking boring, all right? 3 hours of just runs? Where's the juice? Where's the spice? I need to get fucking get going, all right? I need to get jazzed up somehow. So what we decided to do was take that LTA format and change it a little bit to make it just a little bit more interesting and add a little bit more pressure to the runners. We take the 3 hours and we break it up into stages. Stage 1 is 60 minutes long. All right, you have 60 minutes to get the best possible time. Right? The top half of the runners advance to the next stage while the bottom half are eliminated. So it basically forces everybody to actually show up and do well in a small amount of time. All right, and then it repeats in stage 2, and then in stage 3 is the final stage where the final 3 runners face, and whoever gets the best time wins. An important thing to note here is that the times do not carry over. At the end of each stage, your times are reset back down to 0. So even if you were to get a PB, or shit, even if you got world record, we don't give a damn, all right? You're reset back down to 0 with everyone else. This tournament is about consistency. You have to perform consistently throughout the allotted time. And so stage 1 begins. At the beginning of the stage, you could tell some runners were in it to win it and others were just happy to be there. Looks like Groundhog is still just trying to find his way around the map. For stage 1, the top 6 runners of the 10 would advance to the next stage. And the PBs for all the runners ranged from 16 to 18 minutes. Which may not sound like a huge gap, but by the end of stage 1, some of the runners were pretty much have to get a PB in order to advance. One of the top runners, Evasion, started out with a very impressive run and ended up PBing on his very first attempt with a time of 16:30. And in fact, in all of stage 1, he was the only runner to break the 16-minute barrier. But he wasn't the only PB, as Uwu Me Official pulled off a PB in their final run of the stage. Evasion may have been the only runner to crack 16 minutes in stage 1, but the other runners weren't ready to roll over and give up quite yet. Salemba, another top runner, finished in second place with an impressive low 17-minute time. Naho, with an extremely distracting input display, was able to capture third in the stage with a 17:09. Blue nearly PB'd with a time of 17:37. Peggy the Loca, who has one of the best PBs in the tournament, secured a spot in the second stage with a 17:39, and returning FormFrame esports veteran Super Stinky Burps had a qualifying time of 18:06 to advance to stage 2. This does mean Uwu Me Official's PB wasn't enough to get them over the hump, and Monty VR was close but couldn't put the run together in the end to advance. While Gem of Eel couldn't finish her run with a solid time, and Sir Groundhog did, well, Sir Groundhog things. The 6 remaining runners in stage 2 were beginning to feel the pressure. The talent had been magnified and a trip to the finals was on the line. Only the top 3 times would advance. Evasion, who probably should have been investigated for performance-enhancing drugs, pulled off another great run and PB'd again. This man could not be stopped. I don't know what he drank that day, but he was pissing excellence. He was running at peak performance. Peggy the Loca also guaranteed themselves a spot in the final after getting a low 17 time, of 17:06. And then it came to the final spot in the finals. All the remaining runners, Salemba, Blue, Naho, and Super Stinky Burps, all had the potential to put themselves in the finals. But only one could advance, and in the end, only 2 runners even finished with a time. Naho, who was clearly distracted by that goddamn input display, wasn't able to finish a run where he wanted it to be. And Super Stinky Burps must have had some curse placed on him, as he wasn't able to string a run together as well. Blue was able to get a huge PB and sat in third with a 17:14. And as the stage 2 clock expired, runners had entered their final run, and it looked as if the finals were set. But one man from the land of Austria wasn't ready to give up just quite yet.
I absolve you of your sins. You have been forgiven.
And with this incredible run, Salemba secured a spot in the final and kicked Blue out of contention. The finals were set. Evasion, who had PB'd in both stages so far in this tournament, Peggy the Loca, who was a strong and consistent runner but had potential to easily take the win. But it was Salemba, who was coming off a hot run in stage 2, who caught fire in the finals and dropped a disgusting time of 16:30. He set the tone for the finals and had everyone shaking in their boots, as Peggy could not get a run going. He was able to get a good run of 17:11, but being 41 seconds off of first place was daunting, and he wasn't able to get it done in time. And for Evasion, who had been having an incredible tournament, frustration was beginning to boil over. His feelings of despair came pouring out in the Twitch chat. I think it might be Jover. Evasion, lock the fuck in. You got 16 minutes. It's here or now. It's do or die. Clutch or kiss. These are the moments. These are the times. These are the moments you dream about. Now go get that PB. Now go get that win. Guys, look what I found in the fridge. A go-go squeeze. I didn't even know we had these, bro. Sadly, my words of inspiration weren't enough. Resets came and went, and after a failed double jump owlless attempt, it was looking like it was over. And at 35 seconds remaining in the tournament, Evasion hit his final reset and began one final attempt.
Flight data.
Receiving. Data is good.
Enhanced 34 to 36.
It's not possible.
No, it's necessary.
What the hell was that?
Were we cleared to go in there?
No, sir. They were using human shields. We never got the green light.
If they're mistake, they're gonna be all over us.
those bars up. You got a bogey. Wasn't Air Force.
Get CIA on the line.
He's the fastest man alive. He's the one.
fucking GOAT! This man's the GOAT! Nobody's better! In prime time, in the biggest moment, when the lights were brightest, Evasion dropped the most insane and clutch run I've ever seen in a tournament. In the face of certain defeat, Evasion did the impossible and became a champion.